Hey there guys, welcome to today's video. Now this will be my first video on a new channel I've thought of. It's a channel that I've been wanting to do for a while. On finances in general, making money, debt, that kind of thing. So what I want to talk to you about is how you can recover from debt after this Christmas. So, I'm a parent and we know how it is. You've got young kids, they want everything at Christmas, and it is easy just to take out a loan, put it on a credit card or whatever, and worry about it later. I mean, that's really the way the world is at the moment. I mean, for example, Brazil, I believe Brazil has the highest amount of debt, personal debt. I mean, people just live off of loans and credit cards and things. And it's the same in a lot of parts of the world, really. I mean, many people are just able to live, from their overdraft with the bank, just waiting until their next payday with credit cards. And, it's easy not to think about it and in the moment and worry about it later. But then when you owe a huge amount of money, it can be difficult, to dig yourself out of that hole. So if you've put money on credit cards, or if you just owe a lot of money or whatever, I mean, it's never too late, to get yourself out of debt, improve your credit and get things back on track. Now, if you've put money on credit this Christmas, or whatever, if just you owe money on credit cards, etc., then one thing you can do is transfer the debt to a credit card that's got 0% interest for whatever amount of months. So that's what I recommend doing. Just, it will give you space to breathe. Now you can continue transferring that debt. That is a way to play the system a bit. You can, a card that's got, in it, it's normally an initial offer, for 3 months, 6 months or whatever. Where, there's no interest for a certain period of time. So if you can transfer your debt from a credit card that's got high interest to one that's got lower interest or no interest for a period of time, that can help you out. That can stop the debt from accumulating too much to a point where you can't control it, or you can't pay it off or whatever. So that's what I suggest doing. There are a lot of websites and applications and things that you can use to budget. Just to break down, all of your expenses, how much you need for food, how much you need for rent, how much you need for this and whatever. So, you can use those apps to work out how much you can pay. Now, another option is, for instance, if you've got a personal loan or whatever, you can call the company and you can try and work out a payment plan with them, how much you're able to pay, to get the amount down, because that's the thing really. I mean, even if it takes a long time, you want to have a payment that you're able to make. I mean, if you've got your debt to a point where it's just impossible for you to make the payments, it's better to make a payment that's lower than no payment. I mean, especially as far as your credit is credit score and things like that. I mean, I will say, don't worry too much about the credit score. Now, I don't know how it is in all different countries and things, but in the UK at least, if you have got bad credit, you can still get a mortgage on a house, for example. You just have to pay a higher deposit and perhaps a slightly higher interest. But I mean, if you look at bad credit mortgages between, and the difference between good credit mortgages, the interest is really not that much higher. So don't think, oh, you've ruined your life, you'll never be able to get a mortgage, you'll never be able to get your own house or whatever. It's possible, and if you've got the absolute worst credit rating possible, you can recover from that. You can build it up. It will take time, it will take years probably, but it's not something that you can't fix. Everything you can fix. So if you've got some debt from Christmas or before that or whatever, don't worry about it too much. Don't let yourself get in that position where you just, you can't sleep and you're getting too stressed or whatever, Just, if you can't make the payment, just contact them. and tell them, you know, look, I've got these expenses, I can't make the payment, I need to do a payment plan, you know, over many months or whatever, of the amount that you're able, you know, to pay realistically, and that, you know, and then you'll be able to live off the rest of your wages or whatever. So, you know, don't allow debt, you know, to control your life. You know, I mean, ideally none of us want debt, but sometimes we get in debt because, you know, we have problems, you know. Perhaps you don't earn a lot of money, your car's broke down or whatever, you need, you know, a payday loan or whatever, and you forget to pay it, and it's, you know, and it just sort of snowballs from there. I mean, it can happen to anyone. We all have bad situations. I mean, if you live in the United States or somewhere, maybe you can't afford health insurance and you've had a health problem, and you need to borrow money, don't you? So, I mean, there's no other way around it, really. It's just one of those things. I mean, most people are in debt. I mean, there is not many people that have zero debt, let's be honest, whether it be from a mortgage. I know it's a different kind of debt, but you know, everyone's in debt, whether it be cars and things. That's something I really suggest be careful of. You know, cars, financing cars and things, high interest. I mean, it's not a good idea. It's not. You lose a huge amount of money buying new cars. If you look at, for example, an expensive car, you know, just for the example, a BMW i8, which is around 120,000 or something like that. It's over 100,000. After 2 years, if you buy a used one, after 2 years, from an approved dealer, they're around 50,000, 60,000. I mean, it's, you know, half price after 2 years. And most of the time they've got, you know, a couple of thousand miles on them or whatever. They're basically brand new, but they're not. So, I mean, you're saving yourself, 60 grand worth of debt. And it's the same for most cars, you know. You don't really want to take out finance on a car. I mean, it's not something I suggest. It is a way that you will get in a lot of debt, especially if you start sort of cycling it and you have the car for 3 years and then you trade it in and then you get more finance mass, the other debt that you owe from the existing car. I mean, it's not a good thing to do. I recommend getting out of that as fast as possible. Obviously it depends how much you earn. If you've got a lot of money, then you can do that, can't you? But it is a way that a lot of people get in debt. I've read a lot of things about that on Reddit. A lot of new soldiers buy a new Mustang outside the military base, and it's like they put ridiculous interest rates on it, 30% or more. I mean, it's sometimes you've just got to, you know, you got to think about it and what else you could do with the money, really. I mean, it's easy to see these things, you know, if it's 600 a month or whatever, 400 a month. You know, when they break it down like that, you think, oh, it's not that bad, I'll get a new car. But it's over years and years, and if you add up all the money and all the interest, it's really a huge amount. It's a lot of money that you could have invested in the stock market or index funds, in property, whatever it be, you know. You could own a business, you could have invested that money, and you'd be a lot wealthier now. Especially when you count this as, if you do this your whole life, you know, just a new car, that really can put you in a lot of debt. But yeah, you know, as far as, you know, general debt and things, I mean, just, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, we all have problems. Everyone needs money, don't they, really? I mean, that's just the way it is, and unfortunately these days, I mean, the way the world is, it's just, you know, it's all about possessions and, you know, materialistic things. Not that that's a bad thing. I myself like possessions, but, you know, sometimes you've got to think about the bigger picture. You know, if you owe a lot of debt, from this year. Just try, in the new year, try and make yourself a plan to get yourself out of it. Think of new ways to make money. There's loads of ways to make money, there really is. I will be putting out a video on a few ways that you can make some money on the side and things like that. So I hope that will help, a small amount at least. But just focus on getting that credit, getting that debt down. Make a payment plan, get that debt down. Get it on low interest cards, or perhaps take out a loan that's low interest so you can pay off the high interest cards and things like that. Just have a look into it, see what you can do. Work on getting that debt down, a low amount every month. Just try and get yourself back in the positive. Really try and eliminate that debt that you've accumulated or whatever. Because nobody likes being in debt. I mean, it's not a nice thought, when you owe money and you just can't pay it. I've been in that situation myself. It really isn't. It's not good for your mental well-being, your stress. It will ruin your life if you let it. So take back control. I mean, it's within your power to do something about it. Try and reduce it as much as possible. Lower the payments. Try and find ways to make more money. I know it's easier said than done, but there are a lot of small ways, that you can make money. But I'll be doing a new video on that, and I hope that helps. Just really good luck for the new year. I hope you can become debt free, or at least bad debt free. There's good debt, isn't there, where perhaps you buy a house to rent out or whatever, and you're making more money than the payments, and then it's good debt. Obviously it's better to have no debt, but if the debt's making you money, then it's a different thing altogether, isn't it? But just let's hope that in the new year you can try and get your finances back on track if you're struggling or whatever. You never know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. Change your life, a new job, you could win the lottery. Not likely, but it happens. You can't write anything off. So I hope this video has helped, a small amount. I just want you to be able to recover from the situation you're in. I mean, there's a lot of people that, they end up killing themselves because they're in so much debt and things, and I mean, that's just terrible, isn't it, really, that people feel so under so much pressure and stress, they feel that that's their only way out, but it's not. There are ways that you can cope with this. There's ways to reduce the payments. There's a lot of things you can do. So just try your best, to recover from any debt you're in, any credit cards and things. There are a lot of government schemes. I mean, this depends from where you watch it from and things, to help you get out of debt. If you owe this much amount, you can write it off or whatever. So look into that. I believe if you're in the UK, you owe under £20,000, and you're not earning or whatever, you're not able to pay anything, then they just write it off. There is a way to write it off. Obviously it affects your credit and things, but it's a way out if you have no other options. I mean, realistically, you do want to pay off any debt you have. You don't just want to write it off like that, because everyone else ends up paying for it, really, in higher interest rates. That's how it works. I mean, it's gone for you, but for everyone else, their interest rates will go up, to cover the amount that they've lost or whatever. So, but sometimes it is the only way out if there's no other option. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's going on a bit long now. I'll be putting out a new video soon. Some ways to make some extra cash. Improve your finances and whatnot. So if you like the video, give it a like. Please subscribe. Every little helps. So thanks for watching, guys, and please stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully tomorrow I'll put out a new video. It depends how much time I've got. I do have a young daughter, so it's been difficult for me on YouTube. I've been wanting to do this channel for a long time now, but hopefully I can get this content coming out regularly, you know, to help you guys, and hopefully it can be of some benefit to you. So thanks guys, good luck in the new year.